Hey, so big stretches on the guitar. One thing that actually helped me when I was learning is instead of trying to stretch down this end of the guitar straight away to play all those Andy Summers type things, when you first start playing, those kind of things are a bit of a stretch. What I did was I started up this end of the guitar where the frets are narrower, they're closer together. So a good thing to do is, instead of starting down there, is come up this end of the neck and start maybe somewhere like the G on the A string and the D on the D string and the A on the G string, so you've got like a G add 9. That's not too much of a stretch because you're only really spanning 6 frets. And just get used to doing that, your fingers falling. And then when that feels comfortable, you can kind of move that shape around. And keep going down further. The frets are getting wider apart. But don't move any further that way until you're really comfortable. And if you feel any pain in your wrist or your hand or your arm at all, stop and just go back to playing things that don't involve any stretches at all. That's pretty important. But when your fingers are used to just falling in that configuration, then get somewhere, say at the E position, so you're playing like a E add 9, and see if you can move your pinky one more fret and then back. Just moving just your pinky while playing this little arpeggio pattern. And once you're used to doing that, then eventually you should be able to come down here When I first started trying to play that, it was a big stretch, but now it's nothing, and I could easily go another fret if I wanted to. So that's how I got used to it, and once I was used to stretching, then you could put some stretches into your chord playing. Little ones to begin with. For example, here's a basic E minor. Now, if I make that sound a bit more interesting by raising the E to F sharp, so we've got this kind of sound. And all I've done is move the E note in the E minor chord to an F sharp. The rest of it's the same. And then you can practice this kind of thing. And when all that feels really comfortable and there's no effort at all, you know, you can try some crazy stuff like so that crazy stretch there, that's actually kind of G inversion, and I'm stretching so far on the G string that when I move from the G string to the A string, the note goes down in pitch, not up. Which is, you know, quite a nice sound, and here's doing the same thing in an E minor shape. And you can actually exploit that playing single note lead patterns as well rather than chords. When we normally play 3 notes per string and we move up to the next string, the note normally goes down in pitch. But if you stretch far enough, that doesn't actually happen. What happens when you stretch further than a certain point is the note will actually go down. I'll show you what I mean. So we've got this. So as I'm moving to the next string, the note is going down, and that makes it sound quite strange. And you can kind of muck around with that and make up little things like, let me think, you know, just little things like that. Oh, this is quite good fun. It's actually really easy, but it looks kind of flash. If you're playing with a bit of gain, I just turn up the gain on my overdrive pedal down here. So we've got like a dirty sound. That sounds pretty heavy for a Strat, doesn't it? Okay. And then everyone's used to hearing this kind of pull-off pattern. Which is good, but if you make those intervals a lot wider, you can get this kind of sound. If you want to have a go at that, I'll just show you what I'm doing. It's all on the D string, and all I'm doing is going F sharp, A, and then back to the D. In that kind of, like a Van Halen fashion, I suppose. And then I'm moving that inversion to G and B, but keeping the same open D note. And then I'm moving it up, so I'm playing A and C sharp, back to the D again. It's all pedaling off that open D. And then the last one is a bit of a stretch, I admit, because you're actually going from the A to the D on the 12th fret octave, and then back to the D. And then, just to make it sound a bit more expressive, you use your right hand to control the damping. So if you watch my right hand, you can see I'm controlling the attack with the palm on my hand. So I'll give you some ideas that you can muck around with and play with, put into your own patterns. And thanks for watching the video. They will get a bit more smoother and professional as things go on, but it's just an iPhone for now. Cheers.